Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His gaze is such that when He looks at something, when He specifically gazes towards something, that individual or that thing is elevated. But the rest of the time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees everything, up, down, inside, out, wherever it is. Allah sees it without any limitations. In the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the creation of Adam alayhi salam, and this is all to do with laysa kamithlihi shay. We need to understand this properly. Laysa kamithlihi shay. The day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Abul Bashar, the father of mankind, the first of the prophets to be revealed onto the dunya, Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Adam alayhi salatu wa taslim. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then said to the angels, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةُ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَن يُفْسِدُ وَفِيهَا يَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قَالَ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ صدق الله العظيم. Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah, your Lord, said to the angels that upon this day I am to send forth my vice general, my representative, Khalifa. Khalifa is translated into many different words. Many different words. One of the main words used as a meaning of the word Khalifa is representative. Sahih? You know, like we have Peer Sahib. We have Peer Sahibs, yes? Oh, Hana, do we not have Peer Sahibs? Big shuyukh, big scholars. And a lot of them have Khalifas, have representatives. MashaAllah, there's one who has more than 5,000. The guy gets around, man. You know what I mean? You've got loads of Khalifas everywhere. What is the job of the Khalifa? What is the job of the Khalifa? Huh? I can't hear you, bro.
To link the people.
To link the people. What else? What do you think a representative does?
Spread the message of...
Spread the message. What does a representative do?
He represents the person.
He represents the person. So he's the naqal, he's the copy of the asal, of the real. He's the naqal of the asal. So everything the Khalifa does is a reflection of the reality. Sahih? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam as his representative. We are the children of Adam alayhi salam. We have been sent as the Khalifs, the representatives of Allah. Remember here, do not compare yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in any way whatsoever. Rather concentrate on being a slave of Allah. So you represent His deen. So whatever you do and say will be a reflection, as a Muslim, will be a reflection of Allah. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you know when He said to the angels, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa, I am to send forth my representative. Qalu, they said, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَن يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. Are you going to send forth such a creation who is going to spill blood and spread mischief? وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. And we are the ones who sing your glory and worship you and praise you day and night. Ya Allah. قَالَ, Allah then said, إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. I know that which you do not know. I know that which you do not know. So the Khalif, as the representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever the Khalif does is a reflection of the reality. So when Adam alayhi salam was eventually sent forth and so on, up here let's clear a misconception. I think, look, it's only fair to say, you know, me as an individual who doesn't know anything about anything, but if I come across something which is not which is not true, relating to the deen, then I will say it. And if that makes you feel bad, then it's something you need to change within yourself. Sahih? If I see something that is narrated or related to deviancy, or which eventually ends up in deviancy, I'm going to speak not against the individual, but rather the act itself. We have, especially from some of the ulama, and I can't understand how a scholar of the deen can slip over here, though many have said it is not a major issue. It does not corrupt one's belief to believe this, but it is rather idiocy. It is idiotic to believe such a thing. You know, people say that the fruit or the food Adam alayhi salam ate, what was it? What have you heard? Tell me what you've heard about the food that was eaten by him, which eventually led to him being taken out of Jannah. What was it? Apple?
Same.
Huh?
Same.
Same? Anyone else heard about banana? Pineapple? Sisters? Any fruits? Roti? No? Okay. The word in the Quran mentioned was Anta wa zawjuka al-jannata wa kula minha ragadan haythu shi'tuma. You and your wife in Jannah eat whatever you want. Wa la taqraba, but do not approach hadhihi ash-shajara, this tree. Fatakuna min adh-dhalimin. And if you do, you may slip. Not sin, because prophets do not commit sin. This is part of Aqidah. This is part of belief. What we deem to be sinful, is not necessarily written about prophets for sin. Sayyidi Imam Nu'man bin Thabit, Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhu, he writes in Fiqh al-Akbar, the greatest fiqh text of Hanaf, the Hanafis, that to believe sin for prophets is deviancy. This is what we call bid'ah, an innovation in belief. وَكُلُّ بِدْعَةٌ ضَلَالَةٌ. And all innovations lead to hellfire. If you innovate, you will become misguided. ضَلَالَةٌ. And misguidance, كُلُّ بِدْعَةٌ ضَلَالَةٌ وَكُلُّ ضَلَالَةٌ فِي النَّارِ. And anyone who is misguided will end up in hellfire. So to believe that prophets are able to commit sin, astaghfirullah, it is a bid'ah in aqidah, in belief. Imam Mubarak, the former student of Imam Abu Hanifa, he then writes further onwards in Tala'il al-Kubra and Tala'il al-Nububa that certain individuals who started to believe that prophets would commit sin, in those times the relevant khulafa, who were the khalifs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they would have certain individuals lashed and ask them to repent. First, the opportunity was given to them to repent from this deviancy. Don't say such things. Do tawbah, repent to Allah, and say that prophets are as prophets are, pure and clean from sin. Other individuals then went to the extent of saying, astaghfirullah al-azim, that we as human beings come from the concept of original sin, which is the belief of, we shouldn't even say Christians, because true Christians do not believe such things. But the people who have gone deviant in the Al-Nasara, in true Christians, they believe that mankind is born from original sin. Adam alayhi salam committed a sin and we're born from there. Ajib. So we're all sinners then, we're the children of sinners? Does that make sense? No. Rather, you will not be judged for what your forefathers done. You will be judged for what you done. Khalas, simple as that. Adam alayhi salam and his wife Sayyida Hawa alayhi salama. And inshallah, in the next few lessons, when we come across the point of nubuwa, about prophecy, how we believe in prophets, we will talk about this in detail.